ranking the God of War 3 boss fight from worst to best. And yes, let's just get right into the video right now. Let's go! Alright, as you all probably guessed, it is Scorpius. Scorpius is like one of the worst boss fights of all time. Absolute trash. You can only use the Nemean Cestus to attack his legs, which sucks. And his attacks suck, and he has these minions that suck. And then this attack where he like spins around and it goes under the labyrinth cube thing sucks. This boss just sucks. Just get out of my face now. And next up is Helios. Helios is barely even a boss, but in the God of War 3 wiki fandom, it says it is. Well, I don't have any footage for the start of the fight. It's just a bunch of these shieldy guys, and then you go into a Cyclop and then you break it. And then it's just basically a QTE from that. Yeah, kinda boring. Next up is Hermes. Yes, Hermes is in number 7 spot. Yeah, it's like the start of it is a Tom and Jerry chase. Cue the music. Yeah, after a radical chase, you start to fight him and most of his attacks are unblockable. And then after that, you chop his legs off and that's basically the fight. Well, this one's going to be quick. Next up is the Hades Cerberus Breeder. Basically, just Cerberus who shoots out dogs from his mouth. And when you cut one of his heads off, a satyr comes out. And when you cut the other head off, 2 satyrs comes out. And it's really hard. Yeah, that's basically it. Next, Poseidon. The actually first kind of good boss fight. He's here because all the other bosses are better than Poseidon. First of all, you fight his horses, which are just basically mini bosses to get you readied up for the actual Chad Poseidon. And then you go into Gaia's head, you start hitting his like claws, which is kind of a boring phase. But when he gets pinned to the wall, that's the best phase of all time. It's so good. And then you go back on Gaia's head and then you absolutely destroy Poseidon. Yeah, and that's basically it. Just a good boss overall. Why you no upload? I'm sorry. Why you no upload? I'm working on a video. Tell me now. I just told you. Just stop! Oh no! I can't put your videos no more. Please stop! I hope you rot in hell. Ah! Oh no! No! Next up in 4th place is Heracles. Heracles is higher than Poseidon because unlike Poseidon, all of his phases are great. First phase, great. Second phase, great. Third phase, great. Fourth phase, great. Fifth phase, great. I don't know how many phases there are, but I think there's 3. The first phase is just all the enemies by themselves, and then after a bit, Heracles comes and then you can grab the enemies and throw them at Heracles, which does crazy damage. But do you know what else does crazy damage? Heracles. If you get hit by him, you're done for. Those Nemean Cestus,
absolutely will destroy you.
The second phase starts with you destroying his helmet. When that happens, all the enemies disappear, so it's just you and your brother face to face fighting. And yeah, he gets aggressive. All of his attacks are stronger. He does this flashbang attack, which kind of sucks. And then at the end of the phase, you get the Nemesis, and then you start to fight him. He hugs you, but at the end, you just beat his butt. And yeah, that's basically it. And here's another meme about me not uploading.
When next video?
It's coming soon, I promise.
Tell me when next video. No!
Probably tomorrow.
No!
Ow!
You're just a lazy piece of crap.
I know that. Ow!
Die! Die!
Ah.
Die!
Oh.
Die! Die!
Oh.
I'm unsubbing! Die! 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 Die!
Alright, in third place is Kronos, the Titan. Kratos' grandpappy. Whatever you want to call him. Yeah, it's him. I don't really know how to explain this guy and why I put him in third place. Because he's kind of a level, but yeah, he's a cool level. Alright, at the start, he grabs you and he's trying to squish you, and you just smash circle and you blind him with the head of Helios. Alright, after that you land on his hand and start fighting some basic enemies. Then you climb up to his arm and then you fight the same enemies, but instead Kronos is trying to like blow on you and squish you. After that, you rip off his nail, and then you climb onto his hand, and then you jump off, and then you climb onto his belly, and then you go into his center thing, then you start fighting some enemies, some Talons, and then Kronos grabs you again. And then you go into his hand, and then you start fighting some enemies, then he tries to squash you, but he doesn't, then you're upside down, and then you start doing some platforming and crap, then you go into his shoulder, then you fight a Cyclops, and then you end up in his belly, then you cut open his belly, and then you fight that platform blue thing, and then you make it go through his chin, and then you kill him. And that's why he's a great boss. He's basically a big level, which is fun, with plenty of enemies and some puzzle-style puzzles. Yeah, and that's why he's in third place. And next up is the king of the underworld, Hades. Yup, you all probably guessed this. I feel like this is everyone else's ranking, but I can't put Hades anywhere else lower than the second spot. Well, he's good because first of all, he's intimidating. Just look at him, he's massive compared to you. That's what she said. And his stomps, his attacks, the sounds he makes, his quotes before the fight even starts. It's just so good. Everything is good about it. The difficulty, well, not in chaos mode because you die in like 2 hits. Chaos mode video coming soon. The way he uses the chains is like how you use the blades so much. So it's like you're fighting someone who's using the same weapon as you, even though it's not, and he can crush you like a bug as well. His attacks, gee, don't get me started with those attacks. First of all of his attacks are basically slam attacks. Which slam attacks? Well, the slam attacks are good because you can actually block them. The phase where you he starts swiping the floor is kind of bad, but that's only my kind of complaint about it. Every other phase is amazing. And the QTEs that you do with them, just top notch. I can't stop liking this guy He's just so good. So amazing. I like the part where you play tug of war with him, and at the end you absolutely destroy him, make your blade go through his head, and start slamming him into the roof of his own living room. After that, you take his claws, then you start to fight some enemies, and you're probably like, oh, this must be the end of the boss fight. And that's where you're wrong. He comes out of the river, and he starts attacking you. Well, the phase is not that difficult, because I think the phase is just to get you a warm up with the weapons. But it's still a great phase and a great boss fight overall, and that's why it's in second place. You guys probably all guessed this as well with Hades. Of course, next up is Zeus. Who else will it be? Because first of all, he is the best boss and probably throughout all of the games of God of War. God of War 1, God of War 2, God of War 3, even God of War 2018. I don't know about the other games because I haven't played them. But he is so good. He might be the best from all the games. Like, the start of the fight is basically just a 2D Mortal Kombat, face to face, you and Zeus fighting. And guess what? He can be juggled. He can be like slapped silly and all that, and you can just see Pandora in the background trying to do stuff, but you're not focusing on her. No. You're using all your weapons, all your advantages to beat Zeus's ass. You can do anything to beat him. You can use the Claws of Hades the whole time, the Nemesis the whole time, the Nemesis Whip, or the Blades of Exile. You can do any of that and still have a fun time. Even if maybe you can even do items only and it will still be fun. And talking about fun, it's also really difficult. When I first played this on normal mode, I thought it was hard. Can't wait to see what it looks like on the hardest difficulty, if I can get there. And Zeus's dialogue, like, put up some amazing Zeus dialogue, Leighton. Yes, and of course at the end of the phase, you beat the living hell out of Zeus into the wall. And then that breaks, and then you get one of the best cutscenes of all time. Just roll the clip, I guess. Pandora!
Crap. Oh. No.
Pandora, no!
No, Pandora.
Stop it, Kratos. Don't let them into the flame. That's what I meant to do.
No, it's not.
You know that, please.
Hush!
Kratos, you know this is the only way. Don't listen to her, Kratos. For once in your pathetic life, don't fail. Don't fail her like you failed your family.
Oh.
Alright, after that, you go to the place and then you start fighting Zeus some more, and he has the same moveset as in God of War 2, and then Gaia comes and then she crushes you and then you die. Alright, that's the end of the game, yay. But wait, you're alive and you start fighting Zeus with one of the best phases in the whole world, better than Hades' phases, better than anything. Because his attacks are good, show some amazing attacks up there. And he makes clones of himself, which is kind of annoying actually. And he takes health from Gaia sometimes, and at the end of that phase, another amazing QTE. And then you do a double kill with Zeus and Gaia. But Zeus doesn't actually die. And then, if I remember this correctly, you take the sword out of Zeus and then Zeus grabs you, and then you do this long walk as Fear Kratos which I don't really need to talk about. But it's still not as long as the walkie-talkies in God of War 2018 and Ragnarok. And then after that, you go free, and then you do some attacks to him, and then you start mashing circle, and then he's dead. And then that's the end of the game. But there's another cutscene, then that's the end of the game. And that's Zeus as well. So this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. This video took me way too long. It took me like 4 days to make for some reason. This is the first video that I've made like this. I hope you've enjoyed it. And thank you for watching. You are the best if you watch your boy UV Gaming. Thank you. And bye.